Hello Taurus, Moon Rising and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Taurus, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energies. With all that being said, Taurus, let's get started. How does Taurus currently? Nice. For some of you, I feel like something out of the blue is going to happen. But whatever this out of the blue thing is that's about to happen to you, it's something that's going to benefit you financially, is what I'm getting. So this could be you receiving a promotion. This could represent your career taking off in some way, shape, and or form, or your business taking off in some way, shape, and or form. But whatever this out of the blue thing is that's happening, it's something that's going to directly, benefit you financially. So it could be one of the things that I essentially mentioned. Now, this to me doesn't feel love related by any means, because it really, really doesn't. I just kind of feel like there's something in your life that's taking off, which kind of feels more so like your career or your business if you have one. So maybe you weren't anticipating or expecting, right, to receive that promotion at work. Maybe you weren't anticipating or expecting for your business to take off or your career to take off. That's definitely a possibility. But how does this person currently view this relationship? Maybe you weren't anticipating or expecting to land that job, you know what I mean? All right, so we do have the Star. We got the Ten of Pentacles. We also have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We have the Three of Wands to the Five of Pentacles. There's somebody here that's like watching you from afar, is like the best way that I could describe what I'm seeing here. Yeah, this person's watching you from afar. This person has been experiencing a lot of like lack and stagnancy in their life. I am definitely getting that, but whoever this person is, it's definitely someone that you walked away from, or it could have been somebody that walked away from you, but it just kind of looks like y'all parted ways. Regardless of who walked away from who first, you guys parted ways from one another. And there's a whole lot of distance too on top of that between you and this person. But it kind of looks like ever since things went south here between the two of you, your life has definitely gotten better in some way, shape, and or form. And it kind of looks like their life kind of got worse in some way, shape, and or form. I'm just getting lack and stagnancy coming from this person. I'm also getting like a very lost energy too. Like, where do I go from here? Now what do I do with my life? Like, it has that type of feel to it. It's like, I feel like what it is that they lack direction in their life. Like, they don't know what to do next with their life. You don't come off to me as somebody who lacks direction. I think that you know exactly what you want to do next with your life. And you're definitely putting in the work to, make that happen, whether it's like a goal that you're trying to accomplish and achieve for yourself or whatever the case may be. But they're watching you from afar, and they can clearly see how happy you are. They can clearly see how you're growing and evolving as an individual. They can clearly see life treating you very well, in other words. I want to look at the Three of Wands. It's like this person's witnessing, basically, your life getting better without them in it. It's interesting because I feel like they're keeping tabs on you, but I don't feel like you're keeping tabs on them. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. Oh. We have the Two of Swords. Okay. We also have the Seven of Cups, but that came out in the reverse. And then we also have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. This person could be somebody that you built a foundation with or had conversations, right, about building a foundation with. So you guys could have had conversations about getting a place together, starting a family with one another, getting married, things of that nature. Or maybe these are things that you guys actually had with one another. Maybe you guys were married. Maybe you guys did have a family together, things of that nature. But it just kind of looks like ever since the two of you essentially parted ways from one another, I feel like this person how do I explain what they did? I feel like this person tried to like put themselves out there. Like, for example, like this person could have like signed up on like a dating app. And the moment that they did, you know, they instantly found themselves falling into this energy of like, no, like I don't want to fucking do this. Like, what am I doing? Let me get off this shit. You know what I mean? And I feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that deep down inside, this person just kind of knew that they were still very much so in love with you. They were still very much so hung up on you. So this person just kind of knew that it wasn't the best idea, you know, for them to start dating new people or seeing new people, because it would just make things worse. I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. It would just make things worse. That's interesting. It would just make things worse. Okay. Like, in other words, they don't necessarily feel like it would have helped them to essentially forget about you. If anything, you know, they essentially feel like they would find themselves thinking about you even more. They feel like they would find themselves having a hard time connecting with other people and resonating with other people because they're still very much so in love with you. So it kind of looks like this person chose to not date anyone or get to know anyone because they just kind of knew that it would just make things worse for them as far as like their healing journey is concerned. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's keep going. But yeah, they're definitely watching you from afar, and they see, you know, that life has been treating you well. They see how happy you are. They see you growing and evolving as an individual. They just kind of see you doing better without them, basically. Okay, how does Taurus currently feel? For some of you, you could very well be making plans to travel very, very soon, because I am getting that with the Six of Swords. But we do have the King of Cups, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. Who are you? Man, whoever this person is, it doesn't feel like this person from your past. Feels like somebody else. Whoever they are, man, they could be a Scorpio specifically or an Aquarius specifically. Or they might just have that, right, within their chart. But who the hell are you, sir or ma'am? It's just like this, like, this back and forth that I'm kind of getting here with this person. It's like, should I go talk to them, or should I not go talk to them? You know, should I go ask them for their number? Should I not? You know what I mean? Should I make my move on them, or should I not? You know, it's a whole lot of that going on with this individual. There's a whole lot of that going on with this individual. But let's focus on you before we even look into whoever the heck this person is. Whoever this person is, they're showing up in your energy field, okay? So what that means is, this is somebody that you're running into at the grocery store. This is somebody that is at some party and or event that you're attending. Like, they're in your energy field. This is not a situation where this person, you know, is in bumfuck Egypt and they're over here like, should I hit Taurus up or should I not? Like, no. Like, this is somebody who is in your energy field. Like, they're at the same party that you're at. They're at the same social gathering as you are. They're in the same grocery store as you are. You see what I mean? But anyways, before we even get into them, it just kind of looks like, yeah, life has definitely been treating you very, very well. A lot of things have definitely been going, you know, in your favor. You just kind of feel like you're on top of the world. And I so fucking love that for you. I love that for you. Yeah, cool. I like that. Okay, let's look at this King of Cups, shall we? It's like this, should I talk to them or should I not talk to them? Should I approach or should I not approach? It's like, I don't know, dude. Make up your mind. Figure it out. Tell me more about this King of Cups, shall we? Okay. Tell me more about the King of Cups. You know, it's interesting. Because this person feels, why do I feel like this is somebody that, because I feel like there's someone that you know that knows them, but there's somebody that knows them. Okay, hold up. Let me say that shit all over again. You guys definitely have like a mutual friend is what I meant to say. There's someone that you know that knows them. And there's somebody that Um, Let me stop repeating that because I feel like I keep getting like my brain just doesn't want to say it. I don't know. Maybe it's the coffee that just hasn't kicked in. Maybe that's what's going on. Whatever. Point that I'm making is that y'all definitely have like a mutual friend for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. But there's something about, nah, let me not because I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. It's like this person feels like if they were to like approach you and try to pursue you, that it's gonna create problems. Problems. Why? I don't know, but tell me more about the Six of Wands in the reverse or the Five of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles, and then we also have the Nine of Swords. It's like this person feels like if they were to like ask you for your number or like pursue you or date you, that somebody's gonna have a problem with that. Somebody's not gonna like that. But it's the person in the middle, because there's somebody that you know that knows them, vice versa. So, and this person in the middle, it's like they feel like that person in the middle is gonna have a problem with them like trying to like date you and pursue you and things of that nature. So they're just like, no, let me not, because I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems with this person. Okay. Yeah. I feel like you're meeting this King of Cups through like a mutual like friend or through like a family member or something like that. So this could imply that, you know, the person that you know that knows them, maybe these two work together, maybe they're coworkers, you know, that's a possibility. I feel like they work together. Like, I don't feel like you work with this person, because I'm not getting that. You don't work with this person, but this person that you know works with them. So this could be their coworker, this could be their business partner, feel me? But it's like, they're just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea because I don't want no problems with said person. Which is the person that the both of y'all know is what I'm getting. Okay. Let's keep going. We'll circle back to this human in a second. How does this person currently feel? We got the Devil. We also have the Seven of Cups, and then we also have the Five of Pentacles. Oh man. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Two of Swords out here. In regards to, in regards to how this person is currently feeling, I do feel like this person's a little bit worried and concerned because they don't know if they're ever going to reach this point of like fully getting over you and fully like forgetting about you and what they once upon a time had with you. I feel like this person has done everything under the sun to try to get over you, to try to stop thinking about you, but nothing seems to essentially be working. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, a relationship comes to an end in their life. And one way that they have found that has helped them get over that individual that they were dealing with is dating another person, seeing another person, keeping themselves extremely busy / occupied with like, you know, family members, friends, activities, you know, things of that nature. Well, when it comes down to you and what they once upon a time had with you, it's like they've tried to keep themselves busy / occupied with work, but that doesn't seem to be working. They've tried to like avoid, you know, spending time, you know, by themselves so that way they don't have time to basically think. That doesn't seem to be working. They've tried dating new people and seeing new people in hopes that that'll help them forget about you. That also doesn't seem to be working. So it's like they just don't know like what it is that they have to actually do to like officially get over you and get rid of these emotions that they have, you know, for you is what I'm getting. Well, damn. Okay, so that kind of makes a lot of sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense why they're having a very challenging and difficult time. I don't think that this person has ever been in this predicament before, as far as like having a hard time like moving on and getting over someone is concerned. And I understand now why. This person showed up as an emperor. You're showing up as an empress. How do I explain this to you? People tend to like get over the person that they were dealing with prior when they turn around and find better than what they were dealing with. Considering the fact that you are an empress, that's tough. That's tough. Because that's fucking tough. Because like that's kind of tough now that I think about it. Because it's more common, especially in the dating scene, it's more common to run into like a page a knight, a queen of swords, a king of swords, a queen of wands, a king of wands. Like it's more common to run into like people like that compared to like an empress. You know what I mean? Like when you stumble across an empress, that's like the fucking epitome of finding legit like a needle in a haystack. You see what I mean? So that's tough. Okay, so that makes a little bit more logical sense as to why they're having a very difficult time forgetting about you, because that's yeah. The only way that I see this person like legit forgetting about you is if they were to turn around and find someone better than you. But I mean, it don't get no fucking better than like, you know, an empress. So like, in other words, any person that this individual decides to get involved with, they're gonna find themselves feeling like they're settling for less. Because there's levels to this. We have the Queen of Wands that comes out first. We have the Queen of Swords that follows. Then we have the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Pentacles, and that's when we hit Empress status. So even if this person were to fuck around and find a Queen of Pentacles, if they get lucky, because, you know, before the Empress comes the Queen of Pentacles, they're still not going to be 100% satisfied, because they're still going to find themselves feeling like, fuck, I'm settling for less. I'm settling for less. Because when you go from dealing with an Empress, man, to dealing with anything below that, you're just going to forever feel like you're settling for less, you know? So yeah, but people tend to like get over their ex when they turn around and find someone who's better than their ex. They tend to forget about their ex when they, you know, turn around and find someone better than their ex. So to find somebody who's better than you, I mean, that's tough, man. Like an empress is somebody who could run a business, you know, run a household, maintain a household, take care of the kids, take care of themselves. You know what I mean? It's a total package, basically. It's a total package. That's it. You don't get no better than an empress, you know? So that kind of makes sense as to why they're having a very difficult time getting over you. Okay, what actions will Taurus take towards this human or moving forward? Okay, we have the Three of Swords. We got the Three of Cups, and then we also have the Fool out here. Okay. I feel like this King of Cups is going to make their move. Like, even though what's stopping them is this person in the middle, because I keep getting this person in the middle. It's like, they're like, man, like if I pursue like Taurus, or try to, you know, get to know Taurus, you know, and date Taurus, like this person's going to have a problem with it. They're going to have a problem with it. They're going to have a problem with it. And I don't want no problems with this person. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like they're going to be like, screw it. You know what I mean? It's interesting because this person that's in the middle of the both of you, it's this person in the middle of the both of you, it's causing the both of you to not really want to get to know one another or date one another. I am getting that. So the feeling is essentially mutual there. You know what I mean? Because you're harnessing the same energy that the King of Cups is harnessing. Like, oh, I really like them, but it's that, you know, they're related to said person. It's that they're, you know, they're business partners with said person, you know, like, and that's kind of the part that's like causing you to feel like maybe it's not a good idea, because it's too close to home is what it is. I feel for the both of you, it's too close to home, because, you know, what if this doesn't work out? You know what I mean? You still know that this person that they clearly know, you know what I mean? So then there's that. Tell me more about the Three of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. We got the Fool in the upright. And then we also have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, what's stopping this person from pursuing, which is the person in the middle, because they don't want problems with this person. You know, what if it doesn't work out? And me and Taurus, we still got to be around each other to see one another, because we both know this individual in the middle. Like, they're going to kind of reach this point of, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to ask them for their number. I'm just going to tell them that I'm interested. And you know what? Whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Like, one thing that I do like, though, is that even though they don't want no problems with this person in the middle, at the end of the day, they know that they have good intentions when it comes down to you. You know what I mean? Like if they didn't have good intentions when it comes down to you, they wouldn't like bother to like even try to talk to you or pursue you. But because they know that they have good intentions when it comes down to you, like they're not here to waste your time or play games with you or anything like that, it's kind of making them feel a little bit more comfortable when it comes down to like, you know, pursuing you and dating you and getting to know you. And if it, you know, if it ends up, you know, working out and it turns into something serious, and it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But they know. They know that they're not going to do anything to, you know, self-sabotage things here between the two of you, or like, you know, disappoint you or hurt you in any way, shape, and or form. In other words, if this person, you know, was just looking at you like you're somebody that they can see themselves having a good old time with, nothing more, nothing less, they wouldn't even bother to try to even talk to you or pursue you. But because they know that that's not their intentions, you know, with you, they're just like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Let me ask them for their number. Let me get to know them, because I know that I mean well. I know that I'm not here to waste their time or play games with them. And if it leads to something serious, then it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. You know what I mean? But I know I'm not going to do anything to hurt them. So it's causing them to kind of feel a little bit more comfortable, and it's also causing them to feel like, because their intentions are coming from a pure and sincere place, they don't think that this person in the middle is going to have an issue. I don't know if this person in the middle is somebody that you're related to and this just so happens to be like a friend of theirs, or if this is like a friend of yours, but they just so happen to be related to this individual, or what the case may be, but it's something to that effect. Or it could just be somebody that you guys share a mutual friend with. What actions will this person take towards Taurus or moving forward? We have the Ace of Swords to the Knight of Wands. We also have the Lovers out here. And then we also have the Moon. Okay. In regards to how this person plans on moving forward, I do see this person extending themselves to you. And at the end of the day, it has a lot to do with the simple fact that they still have a very strong, intense emotional attachment to you. So they will end up extending themselves to you. Granted, they don't really know what to anticipate and or expect. They don't know if you moved on with your life or not. They don't know if you still want them or not. All they know is that they just don't want to be without you. It's very hard for them to picture or fathom, you know, their life without you in it. It just is. It just is. Nor do they want to, by the way. So I do see this person, you know, shooting their shot, and, you know, whatever happens, happens. It's one of those things where it's like they're hoping for the best, but preparing themselves for the worst. Now, when it comes down to this not playing out the way that they are obviously hoping it would, I think that this person will be forced to accept the fact that they may not find someone, you know, better than you. And I think that that's a very realistic expectation to have. Again, it's more common. You heard me say this, in this day and age, it is more common to run into a page, a knight, a queen of swords, or a queen of wands. It's just more common. When it comes down to finding an empress, good luck. You're gonna have to dig very, 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 very deep, okay, to find an empress, because an empress is like finding a needle in a haystack. You know, you got lucky the first time, but the second time, probably not so much. You know what I mean? So if they don't get the outcome that they want with you, you know, I do see them eventually meeting, you know, a Queen of Swords like energy, and it's going to be somebody that's going to want a serious relationship, you know, with them. Here's what I don't like about this dynamic between these two. And this is if, hypothetically speaking, right, you don't take them back, right? They're going to find themselves connecting with a Queen of Swords who's going to want something serious with them. And by the way, it's the Queen of Swords that's pushing for something serious with them, not the other way around. And they might turn around and agree to be in a relationship with them because, fuck it, I don't want to be alone. It's on some shit like that, right? This is the part that I don't like right here. I feel like this king that you used to deal with is going to make this feminine energy feel like shit about themselves. I am getting that, unfortunately. I feel like they're comparing, you know, I feel like they're comparing what they once upon a time had with you and what they have with this individual, and they can't help but to notice a drastic difference. Like, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you used to cook this person dinner, you know, every day. This one doesn't, this one may not do that. They may not feel the need to do that, or maybe they don't know how to cook. I don't know, but you know what I mean? Like, either they don't know how to cook or they just don't want to freaking cook. You know what I mean? Like, they might get on their case for that. Like, oh my God, like, you really didn't cook me like dinner? Like, seriously? You didn't do my laundry? Seriously? Seriously? Like, my God, you know, and it's gonna make them think about you. Like, damn, like, Taurus always used to do my laundry. Taurus used to always do this for me. Taurus used to always do that for me. Damn, man, you don't do anything around here. Like, I just see them being very mean to them. You know what I mean? Just very mean to them and very angry in this dynamic here, because at the end of the day, they know. They know that they went from having it all to then landing the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like, aka this person, because this person's gonna give them the bare minimum. This person ain't gonna go all out like you did. Like, this person's not gonna sit up here and cook them dinner, clean after them, do this, done. They ain't gonna do all of that. They're not doing all of that. Okay, they're not. Okay, they're just not. Sorry, they're not. You know, and I feel like they're gonna be really angry and really upset, and they're gonna treat them like crap. Like, you know, like, oh my God, like, you didn't cook. You didn't clean, you didn't do the laundry, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, they're just gonna be really mean and nasty to them. But it's because they know what they once upon a time had, and then the thing is that they blew it, and who knows, they may not get you back, but let's just say that they don't. It's like, they're gonna have to live with the fact that they did you wrong forever. Then they have to live with the fact that now they just, you know, turned around and settled for less. It's just, they're going to be unhappy. They're going to be an unhappy individual. And they're also still going to be in love with you too. So then there's that. You're building a life with someone else while being in love with someone else, aka you. It's just, you know, then there's that. But anyways, when it comes down to this new person, I do see the two of you getting to know one another. I just kind of feel, I feel like for you, Taurus, it's like, I don't know, this is just too close to home. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I feel about this, you know? But I do see you getting to know them. I just kind of feel like what's going to make you uncomfortable is the simple fact that this individual that's in between the two of you, you know, I don't know, man. Like, this individual in between the two of you could be somebody that you're related to that just so happens to be friends with this individual, or this individual in the middle is somebody that you're friends with, but they just so happen to be related to this individual that's very interested in you. I'm specifically getting something along those lines. Could it be that you guys are both friends with this individual? Sure, but I feel like somebody's related to somebody here. Like, either you're related to the person in the middle, or they are related to the person in the middle. Somebody's related to somebody here, like blood related. I'm not getting like a friend type of thing. I just feel like somebody's related to somebody here. You're either related to the person in the middle, or this person is. Somebody's related to somebody here. It's kind of what I'm getting. Making the situation a little uncomfortable and awkward. But yeah, I am getting that you guys will get to know one another and date one another. I just kind of feel like you're going to be a little uncomfortable. That's it. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys here